One of the joys of being an artist, like any kind of artist, is that your job is to see and your job is to look. And in doing that, you see things that other people maybe don't see. And that is a real gift in itself, I think. I moved to Australia in 2013, and it massively affected my practice for lots of reasons. The light in Australia is so different from the UK. Like in the UK, I was chasing the light. I was getting up at dawn to try and catch the dawn. Over here, everything is so sharp. Like the shapes were so beautiful and the colours were so beautiful that I just found myself sort of working more and more outside or inside, looking at the light coming through the window. It just became much more about the light. And it kind of changed everything for me. Like, you know, here I was painting myself into this world, basically. This show at the Newcastle Art Gallery is called Nest. It started when I got access to the Creator Incubator in Hamilton North, which is a huge kind of like couple of warehouses full of artists. It's an amazing place. This was clearly an incredibly important space for them. Each space was so individual and the things that they were making were so beautiful, and there was so much humanity there. And it just occurred to me that people nest and they have nests. And it's quite strange because people are never in my paintings. I'm not interested in painting people in my paintings. I feel like they pull the eye too much, and I'm more interested in the objects and the space itself. But I just thought, what if I can paint all of these different places that are so important to people and important to the people of Newcastle, that like lift ordinary lives so much, but you know, maybe we don't necessarily see or value as much as we should. I'm kind of a plein air painter, even though it's not always in the open air. Sometimes it's, in somebody's shed or studio. And I'm always trying to find new places to paint. I'm really drawn to kind of big buildings, especially buildings that are in the process of change. The Victoria Theatre was incredible. Lots of people don't even know where it is because they don't look up. But if you look up, there's the most incredible facade of beautiful kind of carved stone from the late 1800s. I remember the first time I walked in there. I felt like I had the keys to the city and I could just disappear off and emerge into this space where so much must have happened. You go in the building and it's just this huge stage, just this incredible, massive stage. And just the craftsmanship that's gone into like every aspect of building this kind of temple to performance is just amazing. Sometimes I paint my best is when I just turn up somewhere not really knowing what I'm going to find. If I go into something and I'm scared and I'm really focused, then that's when it works. And I'm telling myself to shut up a lot. I'm like, shut up, Rachel, just paint. The paints I use, the sort of palette that I have is pretty restricted. I think having a palette is almost like having a musical instrument. It's nice to be able to not really think about where the paints are. You just know the darks are there, lights are there, and you kind of almost use it instinctively. The hardest paint for me was the final paint, which was being on the stage, right at the back, looking at the audience. And it was really, really dark where I was painting. It was really hard to see. Just the fact of being on this massive stage, looking out at this huge empty auditorium for days was really, it was hard. It was exciting, but I was kind of glad when I finished painting there as well. I just want people to look at them and just sort of see them, I guess. See these places. And just that kind of like massive contrast between a building when it's full of like flashy people and lights and things to the point where it's in change and it's empty and there's nothing there, there's an empty escalator. I suppose there's an honesty that I'm trying to put across. This is how things really are. For me, these spaces are so important, but I feel like they often get overlooked. But for me, they're just fundamental for lots of reasons, I guess.